Hello, my name is Tracy McCann, and you are very welcome. The first purpose of this is to prove that obstacles do not exist, not in my eyes anyway. We all just have to figure out ways around our supposed obstacles, and then we can achieve. The purpose of this is to empower abilities, and to hear from different individuals of inspiration. For me, stepping into this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to deliver. I have a few people on my list to interview, but please, if you want to be a guest on this, then please private message either Patrick or myself, and tell us what you can bring, or what you have brought, to make this world a more empowering place to be. I am absolutely delighted to continue this process, and create this space, highlighting different abilities. Thank you so much for your wonderful support and feedback. It means so much to be able to continue doing what it is that I am doing, and it is great for the guests to be showered with positive feedback. I am excited to welcome the incredible Niamh, a young lady who we recently connected with. Niamh really amazed me with everything she has achieved to date, and everything she is in the process of achieving. Welcome, Niamh. How are you doing?
Hi Tracy, how are you? Yeah, I'm good.
Great to hear. Thank you for coming on today. I
No
arranged 2
problem.
previous video calls with you, Patrick, and myself, because I just began suddenly seeing you pop up on my newsfeed, and I found you to be very inspiring and positive. So, I was very interested to get to know you, as I love connecting with like-minded people. I love how you keep yourself going and expanding in different avenues. So, can you please tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Niamh Dunphy. I'm currently a student in TU Dublin. As well as that, I blog, do a podcast, and have a really keen interest in radio as well.
Incredible. Can you tell us more about your blog?
So my blog, Gigability, I launched this March just before COVID. Unfortunately, it was really bad timing. So basically, the whole idea behind Gigability is to review the concerts from a regular music point of view, but also add in the aspects that would be important to wheelchair users. So, as in reviewing the venue from the accessibility point of view, and also note to venues how they can improve their own venues for people with more complex CP like myself.
Such a really great idea. It will definitely be really successful. Well done. So, you
Thank you.
love writing as a hobby.
Yeah, so writing came about for me from the age of, God, I think it was 14. It was actually through Dave Barry from the IWA who asked me to write a review of an Ed Sheeran concert I was going to. He just said to me, I was in the back of the bus coming back from a youth cafe one night, and he was like, "Neil, do you like writing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Do you want to do a review for me for the youth website?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then I just kind of kicked off from there, where I was writing a little bit of reviews for him, and then I think when I was 17, maybe, I got involved with Pure M magazine, writing reviews for them, and gig and music reviews, and then also I've written sports reviews for the Women's Sports Journal, and currently I'm doing Gigability, the blog, which is my own blog as well.
Wow, journalism. I am glad you are still keeping up your writing. So, I understand that you are studying digital marketing, which is fantastic. Go you. What made you decide to study that?
Well, Digital marketing kind of came from my high interest in business in secondary school. I had two really amazing teachers, Walter Doolan and Denise McNamee, that really pushed my interest in business. And I've always loved the social media side. I'm hoping to work for a social media company once I finish my degree as well.
I really admire the way you think. How do you find college?
I absolutely love college. It's helped me find like-minded people, particularly with my involvement with TU Dublin Telecampus Radio Society. From the word go when I joined Radio Society, thanks to my friend Daniel Leary for getting me involved with that, I pretty much just ran away with it and developed a love for radio and found people with similar interests to me that made me feel more included and things like that. I'm lucky to have such a good support system in college as well. My whole team of lecturers and head of department, Glenn, is amazing and very understanding.
I am glad to hear that you have support and you are doing really well. You are doing a radio training module too, am I right?
Yeah, at the minute I'm doing radio training modules with radiotraining.ie. They're the people that actually run Christmas FM. So I did the first module there about 2 weeks ago, but I think you do 4 modules to get the certification to be able to work on hopefully Christmas FM and other radio stations in the future.
Fantastic, well done. Now, can I get you to think back a bit? You were a bocce player for Team Ireland, and you travelled around Europe with the team, am I right?
Yeah, from the age of about 15 to 20, I represented Ireland in the Paralympic sport of bocce. For those that don't know, bocce is a Paralympic sport played by wheelchair users that's similar to bowls. Over my time with the team, I've travelled to Portugal, Barcelona, Poland. What's Barcelona, Poland? Portugal, Cardiff, and
Wow,
Scotland.
sounds brilliant. And throughout that amazing journey, you also met your boyfriend, who lives in Scotland, right? So, can you tell us about your relationship, please? I mean, how exactly you met, and how you get to see each other.
Right, so there's a pretty funny story to this. So, I think it was. Hopefully, I don't get this wrong because you're going to correct me if I'm wrong. It was October 2017. Me and the lads went over to Scotland for the Scottish Open, and I had made it to the bronze medal stage of the games that day, and it was actually that game that I played my boyfriend Regan, and he beat me by a point to win a bronze medal, and he still never lets me live it down 2 years later. And in terms of going back and forward, so I'll fly either myself or bring one of my friends or personal assistant with me, and then he'll come over with his personal assistant. We see each other on a fairly regular basis.
That's a funny story, and I love the fact that you travel over there yourself, if you need to. I bet you feel good when you conquer such a big challenge. I know the feeling because when I traveled to Madrid myself a few years back, and then also traveled back from China by myself last year, which involved 2 flights, it was the best feeling ever.
I tell you one thing, you're braver than me. I wouldn't travel back to China by myself. It gives like a new leash of independence to be able to do things like that.
Yes, I really love your attitude. You are very empowering to listen to. You have figured out ways to do the things that you want to do. Considering you have CP and require support, you always find ways around challenges when you want to do something. Your CP does not hold you back. Another achievement I would like you to mention, you live independently, right? Tell us about that journey.
Yeah, so I've been living independently since February of 2019. So at the moment, I receive care supports from Irish Road Association and Caremark. So my daily routine would basically be somebody coming in the morning to get me up, and then a course of different carers coming in during the day to make my dinners, lunches, and then put me back to bed at night.
Wow, that really blew me away. You have developed yourself to be so emotionally and physically strong. You are so independent. How do you feel with what you have achieved so far?
How do I feel what I've achieved so far? Well, I don't say it very often, but I actually am quite proud of myself. But I do have a lot more that I want to accomplish still. I'm not quite done yet.
Incredible. So, I am sure that you get frustrated when you hear people moan and continue moaning over things that seem small to you. I say this because you have had every reason to moan, but instead, you just rose above your challenges and wanted to do and become more. What gave you your inner strength, or was it always there?
Probably just from the way I was brought up. To be honest, by both my parents, we as a family were very fortunate to never be told no. Like any dream or ambition we ever had was always encouraged. So I think it was from that I kind of look at everything very like, oh well, I can't do this even if it's not the traditional way of doing it. There's always a way around everything. You just need to be able to find it.
Amazing, Niamh. I love it. So, during the current health crisis, what has made life more difficult for you? Because it sounds like you love being out, meeting friends, and doing things, am I right?
Yeah, well, to be honest, this was kind of half a blessing in disguise for me at the same time, because just as this COVID thing hit, I had surgery on my foot, so it gave me the time to actually properly recover from that. But difficulty is probably not seeing my family and my friends and just being able to get out and do normal stuff. Like I'm dying to go to a restaurant and see my wife, and just stuff like seeing my boyfriend, which haven't been able to do, obviously because of COVID as well. So
What have you been doing throughout the days over the past few months?
what have I been doing? So recently, the other day, I just announced the expansion of my blog, Gigably. So now, instead of it just being me, after after all this COVID stuff is over, it's now going to be me reviewing gigs here. It's going to be me and Orion reviewing gigs in Scotland. And it's going to be our friends Will and Rob reviewing gigs in England. So I wanted to try and expand the whole awareness out to other countries. And then, so obviously, I've just released the first episode of my podcast, Irish Music Gems, as well. So I've been working in conjunction with Birdfire Music for that. They're supplying the artists for that as well. So big props to them for helping me out with that. And other than that, I've probably been binging a lot on Netflix, to be honest.
Sounds really great. So, can you tell us more, please, about your podcast?
Right, so my podcast is called Irish Music Gems the Podcast, and it basically stemmed from when I started college. I joined to Dublin Telecampus Radio Society, and it was definitely the best decision I made. So basically, we have 2 radio weeks a year where we'll broadcast to the students in the college and online on Twitch as well. So we had to come up with ideas for our shows, and because I was only new, I had to come up with a brand new idea. So I said to my friend Rosalind Moore, who was the chairperson at the time, that has anyone ever done live music before? And she was like, not for years, but you can try it. And I was like, oh, okay, grand. So that's where Irish Music Jam started. So it's a show that promotes the best of new Irish music talent, because I firmly believe that even though we live in a small country, there's so much musical talent that nobody's aware of. Like, you have your Gavin James and Picture This and all sorts, but there's so much more talent that's out there that people aren't aware of. So that's how, when I started this show, the whole point of it was to raise my platform a little bit by creating a show in the first place, and then giving Irish artists a space to play the music. So on that week, I had spoken word artist Tally O'Flaherty and a musician called Luke Clerkin. And then at Christmas, I had Hazel Jade Rogers from Evolution Falls, and Chris Young from Evolution Falls, and Zoe Clark, who is an artist from Bird Fire Music. So from that, Ron Healy from Bird Fire Music got in touch with me and said, if you ever want to use our artists for your radio show, let us know. So then this is where I had the idea to create the podcast in conjunction with Bird Fire Music, to basically be able to do it whenever I wanted and not just set times when we're in the college, and be able to expand the idea out more and just raise more awareness about Irish artists that people might not know about.
Really great work, Niamh. You really are a go-getter. When you are not doing things, such as your podcast or your blog, I hear you enjoy watching programs and listening to music, am I right?
Yeah, I'm basically, what would I call myself? I'm basically a big music and TV show nerd when I'm not doing all my other stuff. So Spotify is on in my house 24/7. I'm pretty sure my neighbours are sick of me by now. And with TV shows, as I said, it's just binge watching the likes of Netflix, and I've recently got an Amazon Fire Stick that has every single TV show under the sun that you can think of. So recently I have watched Normal People, which was brilliant. I watched a program called A Word. Some people say it's about a kid with autism, really interesting and informative. And then otherwise just silly programs like Gavin and Stacey and things like that.
Yes, me too. It is great to chill and not stress, and also to have a laugh. Can you share with us what are your future ambitions?
Asking me what my future ambitions is like asking someone how long is a piece of string, right? So short term, next year is my final year of my digital marketing degree. So I'm hoping to finish that at a reasonably high standard. I'm hoping that people really enjoy my podcast and my blog, and as well as that, I want to learn to. What was I? I want to continue to learn new skills by living independently, and hopefully as well receive my full radio qualification to hopefully potentially work on Christmas FM in December. So we'll see.
Wow, great stuff. I have no doubt in your capabilities. You are so young and have already achieved so much. Keep going, and well done. Final question. What would be your message to the world?
My message to the world is probably never be afraid to try. Because all this stuff that I've had the opportunity to do, that I've mentioned over the whole course of this podcast, is basically from not being afraid to try and basically looking at things from a realistic point of view. Going, can I do this? And if I can, even if it's in a different way, let's go, let's do it. So my advice is, never be afraid to try, and never let your own self-doubt be the reason you don't do something.
Wow, fantastic. If people wish to connect with you, what is the best way?
So Instagram mainly. So for my podcast, it's at Irish Music Gems the Podcast on Instagram and Irish Music Gems the Podcast on Facebook. And then for my blog, it's on Instagram, it's at Giggability the blog.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Niamh. It has been a pleasure, and I wish the best for you and your future. You are amazing.
Thank you very much, Tracy. I've really enjoyed this podcast.